Finally, I'm here. What's going on, YouTube? So you can tell I'm do a lot of moving and stuff because I'm gonna try to get myself comfortable. Yeah, first video, right? I'm sure for you guys who have been here, done that, you know how I feel right now. But you know what? I said the love I have for God's people is gonna override any fear that I'm feeling right now from not wanting to post this at all. I'm gonna post it anyway because it's just gotten to a point where I know I need to be on here sharing my testimony and being close to the saints so that we can all persevere on this walk together, because it's not easy. It's not easy, but we already have victory, so it's definitely attainable and it's definitely already here. And there's definitely a lot I feel I can share as God uses me to share a lot of the testimonies and to be able to hopefully shed some light on some perspective that can help you know as well what you have when you say you are a believer of God, that you are a believer of Jesus Christ, right? So here we are outside in the truck. Let me tell you guys, just like my personal testimony, because maybe some of y'all will relate with me. I mean, I don't even do FaceTime, right? I mean, anybody who knows me would tell you that I barely do my kids FaceTime. Like when people call me FaceTime, I automatically just either I have it off most of the time, or I just don't like FaceTime. I'm just not a camera person, and I'm sure there's various reasons, but when God's calling you into obedience, it's been so long. I'm like, I better just jump on it, y'all. I'm in my car, and I have everything at my house. I have lighting. I have the camera pods. I have everything. I've had it for months, and I've found every excuse why I'm not about to get on here and do this. And it's finally gotten to a point of surrender. Surrender. All kind of reasons. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I got some little braids in my hair, just something to kind of keep my natural hair going. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do it when I get my hair done, or I'm gonna wait till I do A, B, C, and D. And I'm just tired, because while I'm waiting, there's somebody who I could be helping. There's somebody who God could be using. There's someone out there who could be hearing something that he says through me that could help them get through something that they're going through today. So, like, I just refuse to not help. I refuse to not be used, because he's been so good to me and I've overcome so much. And it says we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So let us all get out here and start testifying of the goodness of God. For it is the goodness of God that bringeth those to repentance, right? It's the goodness of God that brings others to know of his love that is unconditional. So, I'm here. So I want to have fun together. I want to be me, right? I'm kind of goofy. I'm not going to sit up here and be super, straight laced. I'm sure you'll see me in all kind of settings. One day you'll see me in my office once I decide to get all this equipment up. I just, felt the Lord, like, how you pick up a puppy, by the neck. I see my husband do that a couple of days ago to my son's girlfriend's dogs. He just picks them up by the neck. I feel like the Lord was starting to do that. Like, I'm not here to hurt you, daughter, but come on, let's go. It's time to go. This is the time. This is the appointed time. My saints need you. They need to hear what I have to say through you. And it's nothing but a privilege and an honor to be able to be used as a speaking voice for the Lord, right? So, I'm just gonna do it scared, and we just anyone who's rocking with me, we gonna rock it together, because it ain't about me. It's about all of us. It's about all of us coming out here and just walking this walk because it can be tough. It can be tough, you know. I mean, you look at me now, but I'm telling you, this ain't my story. This wasn't always my story. It wasn't my story. I can probably resonate with about 95% of everyone's story out there. If you've been through it, I've probably had it happen to me. I'm not playing. I am so serious from so many things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from just overcoming, childhood trauma, and not just emotionally, but physically, sexually, mentally, abuse. Just then with the life that brings with being raped. I've had, multiple other testimonies that I can definitely talk about here, and that I do plan on talking about. But God is faithful, and he's good, and he's brought me out of a lot of things. And one being, I think the main part is really being brought out of the mindset that he was mad at me, or the mindset that I had to prove myself to him because I loved him so much. I got into a repetitive motion of works, and I kind of couldn't relate myself to Paul. I was so zealous for the Lord. Oh man, I was a religious zealot. I was a Pharisee to the 12th degree. I could tell you I loved you in a heartbeat, but judge you in a heart second and said it was discernment. I'm telling you, I was nasty. I'm sorry. I was though. I was nasty. But I thought I was good, but I wasn't. I really wasn't. I just, yeah. So, but to come to a place in my life now where like I'm free, and I know what that means. For so long, I didn't know what that meant. Like I'm free. And I know what that means. Because I even had a friend remind me, a beautiful soul. She was like, I remember she was asking the same question I asked many years ago. She said, "But your yoke is supposed to be easy, Jesus, but it's not. It's not easy. But the word says it's supposed to be easy. And I'm doing all of this stuff." I remember me saying that, and it's not easy. I'm going to church. I'm paying my tithes. I'm being nice. I'm going out my way to help people. I'm doing all this stuff, but the yoke is not easy. I still was dealing with a lot of mental and emotional issues, just addictions. It just wasn't easy, and I was like, if I'm doing all this, why is the yoke not easy? When I started asking the questions, the honest questions like that, just in your face, Lord, as good as a father as he is, and a savior he is, he just started to slowly but surely guiding me into the process of being free and what it means to be free, and not by works, but because of what he did, and being free in him and what that means. And if there's anybody that out there that is like sitting there right now and you're just like, it's never going to happen for me. I'm sitting here, I got kids, I got baby daddies, I got debt, I got financial obligations, my kids are not acting right, my boyfriend or girlfriend is just getting on my nerves, or I know I need to leave this person, or I'm stuck in this situation where there's no way out. My job is just, I got to get up tomorrow. It's Monday and I don't want to go, and that's just never ending, and I'm stuck, or, you're in addictive situations, whether it be with alcohol, or whether it be with, drugs or whatever. I'm telling you, through all that, he is faithful. When I tell you he's with you right now, he is with you right now. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what you did last night. I don't care what you're thinking of planning on doing when you get off from seeing this post. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. He is with you right now to meet you where you're at, because he's just that good. you know, that good. That's why just meditating on how good he is. Yes, and I said the word meditate. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Get yourself somewhere, sit still, and just think about him. Yes, you need that. I'm telling you. You need that. People can't, you get to a place where you can't quiet your mind and things like that and stuff. That's not a good place. Who are you? Do you know who you are? Am I rambling? I'm like all over, ain't I? But it's okay, you know, for first, oh, wow, what? 10:43 in? What? 10:44? First video? Oh, and this is going up, baby. It's going up and it's going down. It's going straight down. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm ecstatic because I started. And I'm ecstatic because even though I'm fearful, I'm doing what he asked me to do. Finally, you know, because here I am sitting here. God is faithful. God is eternal. God can do all things. I can do all things through Christ, ministering, helping people, talking to people. When I mean ministering, I'm not like ministering as far as like being a lay member. I mean like just my everyday walk with God, looking for an opportunity to show light, you know, to whoever I come across, you know, whether it's someone where I'm at the store, you know, whether it's anyone, you know, because that's what we're supposed to be, living, walking lights set on a hill for darkness to flee when they see us coming. When they see us coming, you know what I mean? That's what we're supposed to be. When they see us coming, they flee. Darkness flees, right? Darkness flees. People can't be upset in front of you. People see that light on you and they like, man, you know, what's going on? Why I don't feel this way? Why I don't feel like I used to? Why I didn't feel like? Because you know why? I'm coming in the name of the Lord, you know. But I think I don't want to make this video too long because it is like my first video. But you know, I just am just encouraging you guys out there, man. Let's stop being afraid, man. You know, I don't know who watched that David series out there, but man, when I tell you, like my spirit was fired up when they asked him before he went out there to run out there to Goliath. He was like, it was like, they said something along the lines like, aren't you afraid? Or why aren't you afraid? They was like, I am. And he just went out there anyway. It's like, that's how we should be with everything. You know, because at the end of the day, the eternal God is on our side. And if he's on our side and he's for us, who or what can be against us? You know? So let's leave the video at that. Like, no matter what we're facing, no matter what we're going through, not just a cliche, not just something we say, you know what I'm saying? But something that we actually sit and start to believe. Man, if he's for us, can no foe, no enemy, no nothing, nothing can stop us and nothing can be against us. Right? As the rain and the snow fall down from heaven and water the earth and provide seed for the sower and bread for the eater, so shall the word of my Lord be that falls out of his mouth. It shall not return unto him void, but it shall go forth and prosper, permeate, and produce into all that it goes forth and prospers, permeates, and produces for. That's sort of like my breakdown of what Isaiah, I think it's 10:55, 10:11:55, right? Meaning what he spoke is going to come to pass. So thank you all for rocking with your girl. You know, I hope just one person, all right? So with all love, I love you all. We are all God's children. Even those who don't believe, I don't say non-believers. I'm going to call them pre-believers because they're just believers that haven't come into the full knowledge of what they have if they were to just turn to Christ. So, out, y'all.